Today marks 1214 days sharing lessons I learned and continue to learn with all of you. My hope that these lessons will inspire you, support your dreams, help you achieve your goals, really empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I want to speak about health. And of course, if you want to become that best version of you, of course, we need to focus on health as well. And when I think about myself, I didn't take care of my health in the highest level. And I said, okay, I really need to improve that. Because I used to consume quite significant amount of sugar products. Maybe waffles, maybe something else. And I decided not to really consume any more sugars. And because I was studying about sugar, how much it impacts on our bodies, there are so many science based on that. There are so many bad things coming out just of consuming sugars. So I said, no more sugars, and I will really remove them altogether. It's easy to say it, but it's not easy to do it. It took me a while. It took me like 3 days until finally I'm able to really okay not to consume sugars. But probably even more, like 4 days from 16. So 5 days it took me to really remove those sugars out of my diet. And when I look into yesterday was the worst day. I had sugar withdrawal. It was terrible day. And I was thinking about looking into what are the symptoms of sugar withdrawal? And I was looking cravings, fatigue, headaches, irritability, mood swings, anxiety, brain fog, sleep disturbance, digestive issues, dizziness. There's so many bad feelings coming out from withdrawal. And I was thinking yesterday, why I do feel so bad and where that drainage is coming from. And now when I think about it, I realize I connected the dots that I decided not to consume sugar products anymore. And when I decided to do that, it took 5 days until 4 days until I had that finally massive withdrawal. But today I feel so much better. I have much higher energy levels. So many things have improved just from one day that finally went through that withdrawal day. And today I was thinking about what are the lessons that I could learn from that? What are the lessons that I could learn from this terrible experience? Because to be honest, yes, it was a terrible day. I thought that I'm sick or something because I started looking at what could be why I feel this bad. Because when I have all those 9 things that I mentioned, those symptoms, you don't feel good. And a lot of I think that that's why you know that when you really make the decision, there is a lot of things will come that you will not enjoy. And because in between those days, when I decided not to take sugar products and consume sugars, it was not easy. I don't say that it was easy. Those 4 days to not to consume because that's what I used to. It should be a habit, and I need to change a habit. So today we'll share like 5 things what I think that every single person is able to learn from that single experience of really sugar withdrawal. So number one, change could happen faster than you think. So it means that's 5 days. 5 days I needed to struggle, have cravings, have maybe fatigue, dizziness, and all those things that I mentioned. The 5 days, 5 days to go through the pain to really get to new habit. Now it depends. Everyone have a different experience. Some maybe will have maybe one day, maybe other one will have 2 weeks to go through that. But I think that change happens faster than we think sometimes. When we actually make decision, not a choice, decision. Because choice is that you still every single day thinking, should I eat, should I not? Should I eat, should I not? Should I eat, should I not? And that puts even more brain fog in our mind because you always consider, should you eat, should you not? But when you make a decision, that's the beautiful thing because now you know that this is not what you do. This is, you never eat sugar. You don't eat sugar. So it means that at some point you don't ask yourself, should I eat that product or not? If it's a sugar product, I don't take it. So number two is discomfort is temporary. I think that that's when you understand that this what you're going through is not for long term. This is short term. And discomfort, that's terrible feelings, that terrible emotions, that's terrible things that is going through right now is worth it. Is worth it to go through that to get to another level. So there's a lot of things in life that we need to go through terrible days to achieve success. But are you willing and are you comfortable? Are you okay going through that discomfort? Because a lot of times the discomfort is not just physical. but it's emotional pain. So when you're really pursuing some move from one direction to other direction, so there will be a lot of discomfort, emotional discomfort to truly achieve your vision. So I think that going through that is always helps because when you um develop that ability to stay in that discomfort because you know that is not permanent, it's temporary. Number three is self-control leads to freedom. It is a beautiful thing. Self-control leads to freedom. So that means that what you need to do, that when we don't have discipline, we are powerless. We're powerless. Because when you don't have discipline, that means that your emotions is controlling you. You're not able to say no to the things that you need to say no. You're not able to say yes to the things that you need to say yes. But when you actually have discipline to exercise, you have discipline to say no to the sugar products, when you have ability to say no to the things that is not helping you and are hurting you and toxic for you. But if you finally said it again, I'm able to control myself, I'm able to have discipline, at that moment you have the freedom. You have a freedom because now you're able to choose the way how you're supposed to choose. That means you're able to choose the things that is actually helping you to move forward towards that success because now I have more energy and that more energy is coming from actually health, not from the sugar products that is temporary. But when you actually have products that is enriching your body for long term, because sugar products enrich your body dopamine for short term, but exercises, nutritious food is giving you energy, prolonged energy, and that's the freedom that we're supposed to look for. Number four, your body and mind adapts quickly. So I think that even though that first 5 days it was think I was thinking that it's not adapting as quickly as one. But at the end of the day, like 5 days I think is quickly enough to adapt to different kind of food. That means okay, how I eat right now, like if 3 times a day or 2 times a day or 4 times a day. And I start to believe that it's better to eat 3 times than 5 times a day, especially when you lose weight, maybe when you lost weight. And of course, if you're eating 5 times a day, maybe you need to introduce some fasting in your day because like I was really quite intense in studying how to eat a healthy way and fasting. I found that is fascinating that every single person needs to fast because fasting is one of the things that really our body is able to consume the cells that is not necessary for the body. And I always find that I always do that in the past. I used to do fast one day in a month, and it used to give me so much energy of that. And I think that being able to understand okay, what I'm able to do, what I'm able to really to adapt to new way of living. And I think that our bodies and our mind is capable of so much more when we actually make a decision and we're able to adjust, adapt to new ways of living. And last one I want to mention is that, and then probably the most important one, is that momentum builds confidence. Momentum builds confidence. It's interesting because when I made a decision not to eat sugar products, and I made a decision to exercise. And what I love is that incremental improvements. I love it. And I didn't exercise for quite a few months. I used to run, but I used to not go to gym. So I used to exercise just from cardio, but I said I want to really do some resistance training. So I started going to a gym. And first day, what I did only 5 minutes, maximum 5 minutes, probably even less. And second day, I did 6 minutes. Third day, I did 7 minutes. Fourth day, I did 8 minutes. And now able to really add those couple of minutes in your exercise builds massive momentum because then you build a habit and you're able to build on that momentum and that builds massive confidence. So now I'm able to eat healthy, I'm able to exercise, and every single time, well, after those 7 minutes or 10 minutes of exercise, if next time you come in, you were much stronger than you used to be before, and that builds massive confidence and the courage and to do 12 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I truly believe that incremental improvements are the best thing to really build that momentum and confidence to achieve great things. Because I know that within a month, I'll be able to do like half an hour, 40 minutes, maybe an hour gym training and have the energy to do so and have the momentum to make things happen. And I truly believe in every single thing in life. I think sometimes we need to really seek not massive change, but okay, what do I need to do to really do those incremental improvements? I could build up momentum, and that momentum will push me forward to achieve massive success down the road. So I hope that you do reflect as well. What are the things that you need to say no to? What are the things that you need to do withdrawal from? Maybe social media, maybe sugar products, maybe toxic relationships. There's a lot of things. Toxic relationships is addictive as well. Because one thing that is we get used to emotions that we always feel and we have emotional home and that's his Adam Milet. I could highly recommend to look into Adam Milet emotional home and where he shares how we get used to one way of feeling. And sometimes being able to really visualize different way how we live and familiarize with different view of yourself, different identity, and you start to believe that this is possible for us. As I said, there's a lot of things that I think that we get addicted to, and it's very easy to get addicted because I think that we do not question our habits, our old habits, our patterns. We stay to the pattern that is not serving us, and sometimes being able to review our lifestyle, including myself. I need to review my lifestyle. I said that I love healthy lifestyle, but I still had too much sugar in my life, and I need to make that decision to really remove that. And now I made that decision. I feel so much better after 5 days. And those 5 days was difficult, but now finally I feel that I went through that breakthrough. And I think that every single thing in life requires that really when you make a decision, you feel very happy when you make a decision. You have a lot of positivity. Then you go through that uncomfort, that period of uncomfort, that limbo, when you happy about your decision, but you painful of going through those days. And at some point, and if you don't know when that will happen, at some point will that breakthrough day, but that breakthrough day that is the hardest day. I mean, you have that hardest day. That's why it says that sunset is starting after the darkest part of the night. And that's exactly what when addiction, when you really remove it, when you go through that visual, is the darkest moment. At that moment, you know, when it's the darkest moment, the only then will all the things will start to become better. That's exactly what happened for me, and I think it will happen for you as well. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.